I am on page 185 in the margin. I want to tell you about one of my very best friends in mathematics. It's over there in the margin. It's called the core practice. And it's talking about a vertical line test. So let's read on page 185 in the margin. Using math tools appropriately. You can use a tool called the vertical line test to determine whether a graph represents a function. For a graph to represent a function, no 2 points can have the same x-coordinate and different y-coordinates. If 2 points did have the same x-coordinate but different y-coordinates, these 2 points would lie on a vertical line. For example, the points 4, 2 and 4, negative 3 lie on the vertical line x equals 4. Therefore, a graph represents a function if there is no vertical line that intersects the graph at more than 1 point. So before we go any further, I want to back up to that example because I know this is hard to understand. Let's sketch ourselves a coordinate plane and let's graph those 2 points that they mentioned. They talked about 4, 2, so over 4 and up 2, and 4, negative 3. So over 4, down 3. So this is the function, or the line. Let me change colors on that so you can see it. This is the line that we're graphing. Now, remember what we just talked about before. We have 4, 2, and we have 4, negative 3. So what would that look like if we put it in a table of values? Let's go ahead and sketch a table of values right here. Just a simple one. We won't put all the labels in, but let's divide it in half, and we have x and y. We have 4 and 2, and we have 4 and negative 3. Does this graph pass the function test? No, because the x's are the same. We cannot have duplicates in the x column. So this is not a function. It fails the vertical line test. Okay, here's another example. Just hang with me here. If you're looking at the textbook, you already see it. If not, let's draw it. So let's put in a coordinate plane. And we have a funky looking graph right here. I'm going to try to draw it. There we go. It looks like this. And we're supposed to decide if that is a function or not. I can tell you very quickly, this is a no, because it fails the vertical line test. And I'm going to show you. Vertical is up and down. So let's bring an up and down line right through here. And do you see what's happened? It's the same thing that happened in that first situation. You have 2 points on a vertical line that touch the function. If it fails the vertical line test, it is not a function, because that means it has 2 x's that are exactly the same. In my graph here, the x is back here at negative 1. So both of these points are at negative 1 on the x-axis. Okay, let's try one more. Let me scoot him over just a little bit so I can squeeze in another one here. So draw your coordinate plane. And then let's put the graph in as best I can. I'm going to have to hope for the best on this one. So we have a graph that looks like this. It comes down and then up and then down and then up. Something like that. Is this a function? Does it pass the vertical line test? Yes, it does pass the vertical line test, and yes, it is a function. Because it doesn't matter where I draw the vertical line. Anywhere on this function I can draw a vertical line, and there's only one point of intersection. That's okay. We can draw all the vertical lines we want. We just can't have 2 points on the same vertical line. So we would say that this one passes the vertical line test. So it is a function. So if they're asking you, yes or no, is it a function? Apply the vertical line test and see what you come up with.